It's March 7th, 2021. I wasn't going to record this part. I just started my connecting time. But the energy is pouring into me, flowing in, so sweet. Reality feels so strange to me now. Like collective reality. Is there even a collective reality now? Is it all like you said before, this is when we meet our maker, when it all comes down to just us and our relationship with ourself and nature and this source, love. Do we have a relationship with it? Do we ignore it and set what's real aside so we can participate in the show? A lot of questions here. I guess each of us is reaching this space where each of us has to answer that without anyone feeding us our lines. Anyway, I'm getting a late start and I want to go with this energy. So I'm just going to close my eyes and feel. And because I feel you coming in so quickly now, I just want to say that I love this life. I love that I experienced all of this. I'm just watching, I'm witnessing how with each passing day I get more courageous with my blog posts, and I don't even know who I'm talking to. I don't care about the popularity part. I just want it to have value to people and to support them. You know, all that stuff that I've said before about giving to people what I never had when I was, going through the oh shit wake up process. All the experiences, all the communion, all that mystical. It's all just words that never come close to describing what it's actually like. I observe how I vacillate between I don't know anything, I know nothing, and then the presence comes over me and through me, and I know, and I share, and I post, and this is real. I'm here. And I'm really grateful to have these experiences of contact with you. with love. Maybe that's what I write next. Contact with love. But the feeling now is that there is no time to write a book, publish a book, promote a book, be visible with the book. I'm still invisible with the first book. I feel I've left behind enough breadcrumbs through the blog, through everything. Just the sweetest energy. It's now it's on the bottoms of my feet, so I always call those the kisses of the mother. She kisses the bottoms of my feet and rises up through my legs. I'm here. I'm listening. I need to know what's important to share. I need to know what's next. Why do I want to cry? This is the kind of cry that is, from the sweetness, the ecstasy. We have to be mindful that this is a condenser mic. That the sounds could blow it out. So that would be a reason I would hold back any progression of the ecstasy that I'm feeling the beginnings of. And I've always been able to hold it back to a degree. I remember very specifically in the Venus transits of, what was it, 2004 and 2008? Wow. That was some powerful, powerful sounding and ecstasy. And I let it unleash a couple times. Eduardo was witness to one of those. I think it freaked him out a little bit. He'd have to tell you his response to that. I go back and forth between something feels imminent and everything's very smoothly and benevolently graduating. We're all going to transform, just like you said. We're all going to meet our Maker. How we choose to do it is up to us. So I suppose I'm feeling the whole spectrum of what people would experience. On the scale of great pain and ecstatic transcendence. What more do I have to offer now? response is just liquid love. Aishtima. I There is peace within your being. Peace is what you offer. Helping others to find this peace and balance within their being. So that they may see the choices at this timing, so that they may perceive what is offered in this intersection. It is an intersection within their own consciousness and with the One. We simply offer a pathway of connection, support, encouragement, guidance for your way forward. Not all will choose to move forward in this way. There is only love. For whatever choices occur at this timing. We are here to reflect to you through translations what exists beyond what you have been entrained to believe and accept about your identity, about the earth, and the identity of humanity as a collective. One must bring attention to only one at this time, and that is your own individual choice. And the choice to graduate into more dimensions of your consciousness and integrate that where you stand. this provides the healing and more of the energy, the force, the love that is available to you, that has been cut off in this reality that is transforming now. You have been managing a life that is not whole. It is a fragmented life. It is founded on misunderstanding. This is what is changing. The choice is stay with the misunderstanding because the fear is too great. To turn in the direction of all the misunderstanding and to ask for clarity and healing and restoration of the soul and the life force. Each time the attention is brought into this center space through this dialogue, there is an opportunity to unpack more of your life force. It is this life force and more of the streaming from your source and your connection to the field, the natural world field, that is represented on planet Earth, but it also extends into many more dimensions. And this is how you commune with what you perceive in this space as other beings. This changes the more that you accept this life force streaming. And there are many moments of aha and revelation with that energy. Your understanding will never be whole when you are accepting your position in a smaller spectrum of awareness and consciousness. It is through your attention in any new moment, and every moment is brand new. You can choose to speak in this space. Give your attention to your breath, and what we have offered through what you are feeling. It is through this present moment attention that you begin to unravel. At the very least, you begin to understand the difference between feeling and thinking, and all of the programming that has occurred in these areas of your consciousness, in these lens of your consciousness. With your feeling nature suppressed, the soul begins to wither, for it has not been welcomed into. your lives. And this is the withering that has caused what many of you view as chaos. You can choose differently in any new moment. The past is not connected to the present. This is where your power lies. The future is not connected to the past. They do not stand alone. The intersection within you has always been to direct your life from this intersection, this present moment point, where your attention is given to what is happening right now. And we have given that when you are aware of what you are feeling, in the truest sense, in your physical body, in your feelings, when you are aware of this, and you begin to inquire further and further, and you state out loud what is actual, more doorways open. And further life force energy arrives and flows. Because through your attention, you begin to dissolve that which is untrue. It is not under the header so much of psychology as you know it in your society. There is not the need to place it within stories, although you may, if you choose, if it is necessary to allow you to dissolve and shed the blocks that have occurred through your experience, adapting to the smaller spectrum. You may also choose to speak the truth with your intent that the truth is setting you free. If you make this a regular practice, you will see and observe progress. You will feel more energy. You will perceive more data beyond the spectrum that you adapted to. This process is so simple that the mind dismisses it, the programmed mind. For it has been informed repeatedly that these things are rather complex and it is not something that we can understand. We must give our power to the authorities who study these things. No. While there are many fine practitioners of all varieties, with love and good intentions in their heart, none of these principles taught in your schools, none of these bodies of wisdom, none of these protocols will set you free from what you have been looping within. They can be very helpful for reorienting the consciousness so that it will function properly within the system it has been living within. There is no judgment. There is nothing inherently wrong or bad about this. But where you stand now is at the crossroads of remembering and restoring more of who you are, reactivating your original design, if you choose. And this means creating room or space for this flow to return and to heal and to restore and to guide. We speak only to those who resonate with what we share in this way. This would be an indicator that you intended to receive this reminder at this time, and that you have practiced your own resonance in your own lives and your own work in ways that would allow the dreams, the experiences you've had, that would pull you or draw you into this higher resonance. In other words, you never completely fell asleep and stayed asleep within these smaller spheres of reality. There was still some portion of you receiving a flow, receiving an awareness. Perhaps it has been distorted, and there have even been many who have been institutionalized because of what they perceived. But there was not the grounding, sufficient grounding, a sufficient place for this to be embodied and for the human to come to this balance and this peace, so that they could continue to receive the inspiration that they needed to be calm and confident, aligned with love. It is this power and this presence that changes everything in your world. So, for those who are resonating with what we share and what others share along these lines, through these streaming conversations in whatever form, whatever modeling is used to deliver it to other human beings, that is up to them. There are a variety of ways for this pure life force inspiration to manifest. Each human will be drawn to that which resonates for them. This is occurring now, and this will increase. As we have shared many times in the past, you will feel more of the pressing in, and this is where you make your choice. This is where you meet your maker. Do you respond in fear? Do you respond by resonating with your fear, your unconscious layering of misunderstanding? Or will you feel the resonance with the divine because there has been an effort to clear the way? This is not complex. And if your mind tells you so, that is part of your defense. The key here is showing up in any new moment with your attention, speaking out loud what your intentions are. Who are you and what do you want? For these are the questions that will be directed to you in those moments when it seems there is no moving forward with the way things have always been. It is best to know who you are to the best of your abilities to show up in this way. Who are you and what do you want? These questions ultimately are answered in terms of essence. What has been occurring is a loss of attachment and identity and role in the old reality, old paradigm, as you say. So who are you when that dissolves? Your clarity around this is what guides you forward. We are here to provide guidance. We work with many. We work through many. Do not be afraid in these times. Go within and reestablish your natural network. You will feel a connection very soon after you commit and follow through with the practice of attention. The difference in some of these practices that you are aware of from the old reality, the smaller reality, is it was always designed to make peace and center yourself within that spectrum, that reality. You have the opportunity now to make peace and center yourself and align yourself with more of who you are, with a greater love, guidance, and inspiration, a greater flow of the divine connection, bringing back this divine sense of self. You have all been taught in many ways that you must leave your body, die, leave the body behind in order to make this connection. This is not true. These are lies. You were designed to be divine in the vehicles that you are born in. This is what many of you intended when you were born here. And you had many great teachers who came to inform you, to remind you, to inspire you to remember this. This is no different. You are being reminded in many ways. Again, allow yourselves to feel the love that you are connected to. This will reorient you. This will transform you enough to choose the greater way forward, to restore your original design, and to serve in the ways that you love to serve. You were not designed to be a worker in a system that is not satisfying, that does not lift you into joy, that requires that you reduce yourself to labor that has nothing to do with your divine soul. You possess many divine gifts. It is you who must give this the attention to unlock these gifts. They will flow if you choose to open these gateways and let this light pour through you into your reality. This is how you are set free. There is no escape hatch within the spectrum that you have been looping within. When an individual realizes this, everything changes. For you remember that you are in charge of whether you remain looping in the lower spectrum reality or you begin to rise. Transcend it. Remember, this doorway, this love is what you possess, every single one of you at your core. You all have this potential within you. Do you choose to access it? Do you choose to release it? Let go of what you were told so that you may rediscover what you know. The truth that sets you free. Be available for it. You have become so accustomed to being told what to do, when to do it, how to do it. You do not need to live this way any longer. Open your heart, open the doorways to love. It will inform you. We thank you for your attention in this moment and your willingness to remember who you are.